Hello and welcome to a gameplay for my bow Amazon. I will be going over some gear and then just doing a bit of gameplay. The first thing I would like to say about the Amazon, especially for bow, is that it's pretty much easy to gear it to a decent level, but it all comes down to the inventory. The inventory itself is actually more worth than all the items together if you have a really good inventory, which I don't, but it's really costly to have a good bow Amazon because of the inventory. Because on other classes you just fill the inventory with skillers, and they can be cheap or they can be quite costly, but still it's much easier to make an inventory on those kinds of characters. I can show the stash item first, called arms and lightless, which I don't really use. A near perfect raven, which I don't use. And mascara. This amulet is very useful. It breaks physical immunes and gives poison resist and other stats. It's extremely great. Never underestimate Atmas on a bow Amazon. This is probably the best amulet for a bow Amazon in general. A Shaco just for some increased duel in it. I need this one for breakpoint if I was gonna use Shaco. A gores. This is kinda a standard item for bow Amazon who likes resist. This single helm covers all the resistance needs in hell, so it's a really good stash item if you feel like you want resist and survival, and you don't want to spend too much, don't want to sacrifice too much on other gear to get it. Another Endurance research also with an increased attack speed duel in it and some enhanced damage, I think. No, it was 11 maximum damage. This is pretty standard helm for bow Amazons if you can't afford the helm that I'm using. I used to use this one all the time before I got my current helm. And Nosferatu, try to get this with a 7% leech. It's actually a really good build for Amazons, both the Amazon and bow, but I don't really use it right now. And I used to have use this one, my perfect razor tail, but I have a better build. And some standard gloves I just have for fun. This one was kinda interesting because of the crushing blow, so I haven't really gotten rid of these yet. And this one is just nice because it has mana leech and skills and 20 attack speed. And clickers I just have for fun. Then I keep, just to have some kind of ranged deal with the spears, I keep an Eve Titans, just a low one, but it works. And some near perfect wartravelers. Now wartravelers gives you more, what can you say, average damage over gore riders. So if you really feel like you want more consistent damage rather random damage, you should go with these. Also they have magic find if you care about that. Now I'll just go over the inventory. So as you can see I only have one 451. These are very costly to get. I would say in game they're around 30, maybe 40 high runes worth. I think on JSP they are maybe, I don't know, 50. No, I don't think they're 50. Maybe 30 FG or so for a single one. I know that these ones here, 330, which is pretty high as well. I think they are always around at least 8 to 10 FG each. I went with some faster hit recovery, so I have a breakpoint of 235, which is kinda nice. I also used to go with all the way up to 55 for the other breakpoint, but I just settled with 35 faster hit recovery. And then I went with some attack rating charms just to get even more attack rating, since in Act 4 and Act 5 I do not have the 95% hit chance on every mob, so I don't really benefit. I mean, I do benefit from more attack rating then. But in Act 1 and I think all the way up to Act 3, I always hit every mob. I have no problem hitting those. But in Act 5, I definitely can't hit everyone. And some of the faster hit recovery charms I have also have a bit of resist. It helps on the survival so you don't get one-shotted. But I think that was about it for the stash and whatnot in inventory, so let's go over the gear. I have some rather interesting gloves. These are pretty insane, but they just don't have skillers. I felt like skillers doesn't really do much on a bow Amazon anyways, so I kind of settled. I knew I wanted knockback, and I also wanted some stats, so this is kind of a middle ground for me who can't afford really garage gloves, so yeah, go with whatever you can on gloves, but definitely try to get something like mine. And yeah, perfect raven, and then a pretty good PVM ring, just nice leech, attack rating, that kind of stuff. Quite happy with this ring. Some 200% enhanced gore riders, the wine force together with faith merc. This is really insane combo. I would never use faith on myself. I believe faith is only good for PvP maybe, so yeah, for PvM it's definitely all about wine force, and I sucked this one with a 40-50 for even more damage and attack speed. Then I went with a wire fleece. This was really hard to get, but I like the looks of a wire fleece, so I just went for that one, but any fortitude can work. Then I have a cat's eye amulet for more run speed and damage, and just a bit of survival. And then I have a standard 120, 45, 30 helm. This is a really expensive helm. I don't think you can really get this one in game. It's very hard to get, at least in game. You could try, but I think you'll have to go on JSP to get such a helm nowadays. And on Switch I carry Harmony for even more Valkyrie points. So with Harmony bow I have 17 points in Valkyrie, which makes the next breakpoint for his damage. And I also get the 10% Vigor aura, which is really handy when I'm running in between packs, so I can just quickly run around. And then that's about it, I think. Now for the sake of the video I should probably also buy some arrows. That's one of the things I really hate about the bow Amazons, you run out of arrows so quickly. But yeah, that's just something you have to live with. Oh yeah, I should also show my build, of course. I pretty much just put 1 point into all the synergies, and then put some points into multiple shot. I didn't really care for this one much. I think initially I had 15 arrows or something, and then I maxed guided arrows. This is good for single target, and this one is kind of more up close personal if there's like less than 5 mobs on the screen, so you can kind of alternate between multi-shot and strafe. And then I put the remaining points into critical strike, and I will probably keep doing that to about 10 skills or so when you don't really get that much out from the next point. Then I max penetrate and 1 point into pierce, cause pierce plus my cigarette stealth, well, even razor tail makes 400% pierce on close anyways, so just 1 point into pierce is plenty. And then just 1 point into all these, and then I put 13 points plus my harmony, so I get 17 points. And nothing in javelin. Anywho, let's go. So as you can see, I have a really fast attack speed, and the leech is absolutely insane. It's like being playing as a smiter paladin, really. That's how much leech I have. But that's also really needed because you get easily one-shotted on this character because he has so low survival. Only 575 life I currently have. So yeah, if I die right now, it's not because I play poorly. It's just because you really just die so easily on this character, which is kind of unfortunate. But as you can see, my resist is also really poor. So yeah. Anywho, I could also talk a bit about the merc while I'm going up to the Gores. The merc is pretty good. He has some crowd control and stuff, but the damage is really low. And I often feel like this guy is actually stupider. Well, this girl is actually stupider than the Act 2 mercs. At least he seems to not follow me very well around. But I just hope that I can pretty much always keep up my fanatism aura. Right now I don't have it on because she's too far away, for example. So yeah, I don't like this merc. I just want to get my merc up to me now. I need to wait for the spawn. As you can see now, my merc doesn't really follow me. He got stuck, so now I'm kind of just waiting. Okay, he's there. So let's start the clear time. Now you really you wanna shoot and then run, you know, like just hit a few times, cause the poison damage from my inventory helps to kind of finish off mobs. Maybe not a lot, but it helps a little. So just kind of shoot a bit and then move on. Now I also know that I will be going back to this area again, so sometimes I just wanna get them down a little health and then move on. So far so good, at least it's an easy map, not a lot of mobs. As you can see, some of the mobs didn't quite die, but they were quite low health from the poison damage. Now such a pull down here is actually quite dangerous, so you really don't want to be hit too much by ranged. You just have so low survival that you really want to avoid damage. I could actually test the survival now. As you can see, they're 1/3 life down just by standing slowly in the breath. So you can instantly be gifted really quickly. And now I think I forgot a telepad. Amazingly stupid. Oh well, I don't even know which one it was. Yeah, it was the top one. What the hell, did I forget even more? Oh yeah, I forgot the guys here. I should use multi-shot and now actually die there. As you see, it's really stupid to yeah. Oh my god. Well, feel free to skip ahead. I'm just gonna run up quickly now, get my corpse back. And this is kind of why I don't like this character anyways. It's really expensive to build, and the survival is just so horrible. I don't even feel like the damage is there as well. Bow Amazons looks awesome and they're kind of fun to play, but that's really about it. Anywho, I just have to hope I can get my corpse now. That's probably gonna be a bit hard. And at least they don't have that much movement speed. I think I can get my corpse now. Yeah, good enough. And now I don't have my fanatism aura on, so it's not that much damage. That's also a problem with this character. He really relies on my merc.
Not enough mana.
Oh wow, an imp rune. That's kinda rare. Now I actually have to use a mana potion just cause I can't leech that well without aura on for my merc. Okay, just have to quickly get some mana potions on. Okay, let's see if I can't kill this just a little bit. Good. Now as you can see I really have to dodge abilities as well. I do not want to be hit by his abilities. And I should rebuy my merc as well. And nearly dying there. At least guided arrow is really easy to use when you want to outrange something. As you can see, the boss damage is pretty okay as well. It's not broken like terrible, so I can at least kill Diablo quite fast. I really just feel like when I compare this character to many of my other builds that Blizzard should really just have buffed Amazon bow at some point in 1.3 or whatever. They've always just been so weak in my eyes. I really like to play the build though, it's quite fun, but it's just too weak, even with good gear. And it's dead then. Well, I got a Psychon's helm. Oh, that's just terrible. Nah, this was a total messy clear, but it kinda also shows my point about bow Amazons. They're just not that great. There are so many other builds that are more safe and durable. Anywho, I should just go do my usual Act 5 run. And I think I'll go get my merc as well. Could also showcase my delirium on my merc a bit. As you can see, the mobs are crowd controlled a lot by this helm, which is kinda handy. So I definitely like using my delirium helm on my merc together with the other two items for more damage and increased attack speed. The damage is there when you use multiple shot, but it's just not great. Some of the mobs have also quite a high bit of poison resist in Act 5, so that's also something to worry about. But the biggest problem is definitely ranged mobs, especially these arrows. I die very fast from that. See if I could find a big pack again. Yeah, a bit down here. As you can see, the packs really just takes many multiple shots to die. And even with my good leads, I do have to move away at some point if I don't want to maybe risk it. I could test my damage on this catapult. 2 shots or so. And a funny little gargoyle head. Okay, there's no lead right there. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this little run. It's kind of stupid how expensive this character is compared to so many other builds, and its performance is not really that good. But yeah, some builds are just not very balanced in Diablo 2. It really never has been balanced, but yeah, that's just all I can say about this character. Anywho, I hope you found this gameplay useful and liked the video. Goodbye.